Hello, everyone. How's it going? It's Nordic here, back again with another live stream. Good Lord, folks, we have a triple header here tonight. We start off with Carolina versus the Devils. Later on, we have Tampa Bay versus Florida. And then for the finale, we have Minnesota versus Vegas. I got all my lineup cards back here. I got 6 of them. You can tell by the last one on the Tampa Bay one, I was running out of ink in my printer. So we're definitely going to need to replace that here in a little bit. Let me just get these hung up. We'll go over the playoff board because I think that's worth doing. I didn't do that the other night, so I do want to do that here today. If I can find here they are. And then we'll get ready to get started here with the commentary tonight. How's everybody doing? I want to say thank you guys so much for the support through the first 2 nights of playoff streams. It really stinks that I wasn't able to do one last night, but hopefully we're going to make up for all of those views and possible commentary clips that I missed and more here tonight. So we got a lot of good stuff coming with multiple streams, multiple calls, bunch of other stuff that is worth discussing. We got some firings and things to go over. It's going to be a fun night of playoff streams and all that good stuff. So if you are new in here, welcome. That being said, let's go while they do the siren. Did they do the anthem yet? Okay, we'll go over the playoff board really quick. Yeah, still on Easter break. All that good stuff. All right, let's go on the playoff board. Starting 6 p.m. on a weekday. Yeah, there's 3 tonight. So you got this game at 6. You got a game at 8:30, and then you got a game at 11 Eastern time. So good luck with that. All right, well, I'll be the one that's streaming. So let's go through all of the series. So first off, we'll go in this one first. Carolina, Jersey. 1-0 Carolina right now. They need the win here tonight to make it 2-0 on the series. You also have Canadians and Caps, which last night finished off with a overtime win for Washington. Ovechkin with his first ever playoff overtime goal. Some nice stuff there. Ottawa versus Toronto. That is tonight. That is the only game we will not be doing. We will be following that corresponding throughout the stream. I don't think it starts until the midway through the second period when we'll get started here, but that's pretty cool. And then later tonight, the Battle of Florida, which is tied at 0 right now. That's the only series of all of these 8 that have not yet started. In the Western Conference, you got Edmonton and LA, and an absolute doozy last night. We'll get into that a little bit here in the intermission and during the game. But LA took that one in the first one 6-5. Last night, they played Game 2 at Dallas, Colorado. Dallas took it in overtime, so that series is the only one so far that is tied up. Kyle Connor with a late goal in the St. Louis versus Winnipeg Game 2. They have a 2-0 series lead. So the narrative there has really changed with the Winnipeg Jets. There's a note from my girlfriend. Ignore that. And then you also have Minnesota-Vegas, which is tonight too. Vegas has a chance at taking a 2-0 lead. If you're Minnesota, you desperately want to tie up that series 100%. We got a good night of playoff action here. I'm really looking forward to what we have planned. We got a lot of things we can talk about too, because it's been very eventful, not just on the ice, but off the ice too. A lot of stuff involving, people being fired. The whole thing with the trial for Team Canada is going on corresponding with this too. We'll get into that a little bit. Jason Botterill being the new GM of the Kraken, them letting go of Dan Bylsma, just some stupid stuff going on there. But we have a fun night of playoff hockey and other things to get into here. I'm really excited. So we'll get going here with game time in just a minute or two. But let's see how this one goes. All right, here we go. National anthem. All right. National anthem here in Carolina. Head of game 2, by the way. Starting goaltender preview. Freddie Anderson is in net once again for the Canes. And Jacob Markstrom is in net for the New Jersey Devils. So some good stuff here to look forward to. Again, I want to say thank you for the last 2 nights of streams we have done. The Leafs versus Senators game 1 was our most watched Watch With Nordic stream of the season and ever. So when we started doing these Watch With Nordic streams throughout the year, that is the most watched one we have had. So I really do appreciate that, guys. I'm hoping to possibly beat that record of 1,400 views either tonight or throughout the first round. But I know as we keep on going, things could get entertaining here. Ooh, we could do some puck doku during the intermission. Remind me, I'll put it on. We'll do some doku. All right. All right, that's it for the anthem in Lenovo Center in North Carolina, as the Carolina Hurricanes will face off against the New Jersey Devils in Game 2 of this first round matchup. Starting goaltender preview here. You got Freddie Anderson in net for the Hurricanes, who was phenomenal in Game 1, only allowed, I think it was 2 goals, right? It was a 4, or was it? No, it was 3-1. So it was 4-1 final. So only allowed 1 goal. As for Markstrom, even though he allowed 4, he didn't look that bad. So I think overall, this is going to be a very good goaltending matchup. But Carolina absolutely dominated game number 1. Can they do the same in game number 2? Showing off Logan Stankoven, who scored 2 goals in that game. Looking phenomenal as a young rookie. And people forget that he is a rookie, but he played in the playoffs last year for the Stars and was pretty damn good. So let's get ready here for the start of Game 2 between the Hurricanes and the Devils, starting in less than 30 seconds. We'll start off Stankoven out there against Meyer. And the puck is dropped. Face-off won by Carolina. Burns will dump it down low into the New Jersey zone. Markstrom tries playing it around on the right side. It slides all the way back and into the Canes' end. Dumped down the other way then by Chatfield and picked up by the Devils, who will try and regroup. Decimated blue line back there, losing Luke Hughes. They now have Dennis Cholowski, who is going to fill in for him, and as well as that too, they got Justin Dowling coming in here for Cody Glass. I'm sorry, Glass is playing. Never mind. Canes with the puck in the Devils zone. Stahl shoots it on net. It goes wide. Picked up down low by Jarvis. Thrown in front and bounced off of multiple Devils. Heischer will regroup for this Devils team as they carry it around behind their own net. Carolina still trying to pressure them in their own zone. Heischer gets it to the goal line and dumps it down the other way. Racing forward is Bratt with Chatfield, and they call it an icing. Interesting. Showing off Sheldon Keefe, coach of this Devils team, was given the job in the offseason of last year after Lindy Ruff was let go. Wow, this is only our 2nd time streaming the Devils this year. Crazy stuff. 5th time this year streaming the Canes. We're 3-1 when we take Carolina in a live stream, and we're 0-0-1 when we stream the Devils. So, we've only streamed them once, so that's obviously not very difficult to do. Face-off, won by the Devils in their own zone. They'll dump it into the neutral zone, picked up then by Bratt. Bratt will chip it down low in the corner. Looks for options, throws it around behind the net. Aho picks up the puck, cruises it up to center ice, stolen back then by New Jersey, and dumped down the other way by Brian Dumoulin. I actually think the Devils will take this one, Joe. I think the Devils win this one 3-2 in overtime. I got a feeling the Devils tie this series up tonight. Here's Holla with the puck. Gets it up to the point, intercepted there by Carolina. New Jersey gets it right back and clears it back in. Down low, Dmitry Orlov shoots the puck around and takes a hit from Dawson Mercer, and it goes all the way back into the Devils' end. Here's Hamilton. Pass over then for Pesce, who sends it through neutral zone. Picked up then by Carolina. Hall. Pass down low to Gostisbehere, who is like their power play quarterback, it seems. Hall into the zone, intercepted by the Devils. And cleared out and dumped back in by Carolina right away. Little over 2 minutes here Into this first period, still no shots on goal. Carolina picks up the puck. Gostisbehere at the point, can't control it. Will bat it down low. Stolen back then by the Devils and cleared to the other side. Here's Tatar, who goes behind the net and waits. Gives it over then for Hamilton, who dumps it through neutral zone. Picked up and backhanded into the zone by the Devils. Anderson comes out of his net and plays it up to Robinson. And he'll get it up then for Roslovic. The fourth line out here for Carolina. Roslovic to Robinson. Can't complete the pass. Battling down low now on the right side. Taken out of the zone by the Devils. It's Bastian who will dump it in. Burns picks that up immediately and clears it down the other way. And here comes Robinson. Robinson! Saved by Markstrom! On a 1-0 breakaway. Here come the Devils now the other way. They'll clear it into the zone. Anderson will shoot that puck around before the Devils get to it. And it'll go out of the zone. Cleared back in, though, by Dumoulin. Back down low. Slavin now will control the puck as Carolina regroups. Shots are one apiece here through about 3 minutes into this first period. Devils with the puck. Here they come the other way. Hischier into the zone. Circles back to Meyer. A shot. He shoots it wide. Back down low behind the net now. Palat trying to throw it above the net. Meyer picks it up down low. Meyer shoots it. Saved by Anderson. Tied up on the right side. Hischier will pick that puck up. He shoots it again, and it goes wide as well. Martinook trying to backhand it down low. Kept in by the Devils. Meyer a shot. And a head save there by Anderson. On the right side, Kovacevic will force that puck behind the net. Orlov will take it back for the Devils. Picked up by Mercer down low. Dawson Mercer. Up to the point then. Bratt trying to keep it in. It's forced out of the zone. And New Jersey takes it right back. Mercer down low. Holla shot. Save. Rebound in front. They score! Jesper Bratt off a rebound feed. And it's 1-0 Devils early. And Brind'Amour, they pinned over to him on the camera. He did not look too happy about that one. Now, this is something different that we didn't see last time from New Jersey. They're getting early chances. Carolina in the last one came out absolutely running. And they had, I think, 10 shots in the first period. But now the Devils come out here early. They come out swinging, and a rebound from I think that was a Bratt shot, or a Meyer shot, gives the Devils a 1-0 lead here early. The first lead they've had in this series. Face-off, won by the Canes. Gostisbehere will dump that puck into the zone. Behind the net now, New Jersey picks it up. It's cleared down the other way. Racing for it here is Tatar. And we get a whistle here for offside against New Jersey. As Jesper Bratt, his second career playoff goal. Again, this guy has only had one playoff run before this year, obviously. But very good movement there from this Devils team to get things going here early. Face-off. Won by the Canes. It'll get cleared into the Devils end. Markstrom will play that puck. Over in front, it's intercepted by Kotkaniemi. He'll throw it behind the net. Cotter picks it up down low. He's got Svechnikov battling with him. Hit from behind. And Hall forces that one up to the point. Gostisbehere. A pass back over then for Walker, who shoots it. And blocked in front and goes behind the net. Hamilton battling with Svechnikov. Picked up then by Hall. Up to the point, a shot, and blocked in front there as well. And Cotter keeps that puck in the zone. Hamilton backhands it out. Up then through the zone is Stefan Noesen. Tries getting it through Gostisbehere and can't get it there. He'll pick it back up, though, at the point. Forced out of the zone because he can't control the puck. Dumoulin over into the zone then for Dowling. Dowling here now down low. Intercepted by Orlov. Clear behind the net. Picked up then by Tatar. The fourth line out there for the Devils. Trying to get something going here. Carolina will pick it up and intercept it the other way. On the right side, it's back into the Devils' end, and New Jersey will regroup right away. Through the neutral zone, Kovacevic dumps it down low. Anderson will go out of his net to play it. He fires it around and all the way out of play, I believe. A little over 5 minutes in here to the first period. It's 1-0 New Jersey. Showing off Rod Brind'Amour in his 7th season as the Hurricanes coach. He's reached the playoffs in every single year he's been here. I wonder if Carolina gets knocked out here in the first round or even in the second round. I really do wonder if they might look at Brind'Amour and be like, you might not be able to get us over the hump. But again, I'm not trying to say that that's, going to happen, but obviously we'll see. One thing that's interesting, though, is that Carolina, since 2001, they either missed the playoffs or they went around. They've never lost in the first round, except for one time in this new century, which is kind of crazy to think about. I believe they're the only team with that number. Devils with the puck. They clear it down the other way. It's batted out of the air by Meyer, battling now with Slavin. Picked up then. Pilata shot and deflected wide and out of play. As the Devils come out here running early. Shots are 6-1 in favor of them. Carolina's only chance was that 1-0 Robinson breakaway. I don't know. They look way better than they did in the last game. The last game, they seem to have come out slow, and they allowed a lot on Markstrom. Or they let Carolina kind of run all over them. Face-off coming here again in the Canes' end. Mercer now. Face-off. Won by the Hurricanes. Orlov clears it up out of the zone. Picked up by Jarvis. Sent up the zone. Stankoven. Rooks around. Blake to Chatfield, who throws it behind the net. Aho can't pick it up. And Dumoulin will throw a pass up. Picked up by the Canes at the point. A shot. And it goes wide down low. Blake circles around looking for options here. Kovacevic on him. Throws it in front. Aho picks it up then. And skates it around up to the point to Orlov. Orlov moves in. Circles back around. Comes back up to the point. He's got Mercer on him. He throws it down low to Aho, who can't control it. And the Devils will get it back. Mercer throws it around down low. Hamilton will clear the one out of the zone for the Devils. It's picked up by Bratt. Into the zone. Gets past Orlov. Still has the puck. Throws it in front. And Cotter can't finish. Battling on the right side. Devils try throwing it up. And Canes will clear it out of the zone. New Jersey picks it right back up. Nason, a shot! And deflected there by Anderson behind the net. Down low, racing for it now is Cody Glass, who took a rough, friendly fire hit from Markstrom in Game 1. Over to the right side. Gostisbehere will chip that one out away from, I believe that was Nemec. As it's cleared back into the New Jersey zone. Bastian with the puck. Tatar dumps it down low into the zone. Anderson goes behind his net to play it. Gives it over to Hall. Tip through the zone. Jarvis sends it up through center ice. And back for Kotkaniemi, who dumps it down low. Markstrom goes behind the net to play it here. We'll give it up then for Dowling. Over to Kovacevic, who moves it into the zone. Shoots it. And it goes above the net. And back to the right side. Carolina gets it back. Through the zone. Robinson trying to pick it up. Stolen back then by New Jersey. And they'll regroup. Kovacevic sends it through center ice. Dump back into the Carolina zone. Burns up to Slavin. And all the way back down the other way. Cholowski throws it around. Puck up at the point. Burns shoots it. And above the net there and out of play here with 12:01 remaining. Shots are 7-2 in favor of New Jersey. And they have the 1-0 lead in our first commercial break. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you are new, please do consider subscribing. Join a great community that we have here on this channel. We have plenty more of these streams coming up soon. So be sure to tune into that. It's going to be a fun time for playoff hockey moving forward. Also got Game 2 of the Battle of Ontario tonight. We'll be following that. We'll be trying to follow that closely. But again, we'll be commentating the game here, so I'll be keeping updates probably throughout commercial breaks and stuff like that. But unfortunately, with games where there's like 4 in one night, can't really pay attention to all of them at the same time. You kind of just got to go through all of them the way they are. So, it's okay. All right. Showing off the Ovi goal from last night. Definitely some cool stuff there. Some really real magic last night. It's, of course, the one night we don't stream. There's an overtime game. There's two overtime games. There was two that ended off pretty close. You know, knowing our luck tonight, we're going to get 3 blowouts. I'll be so angry. The Battle of Florida should be pretty good, though. Puck dumped into the New Jersey zone, battling on the right side. Stankoven and Stahl alongside Heischer, who picks up and clears it into the zone. Down low now is Meyer trying to take it here behind the net. He'll shoot it on net. It deflects and goes to the left corner. Hamilton picks it up. He'll shoot it and blocked by Stahl. Pass in front there for New Jersey. Stolen back down low by Carolina. Stahl to Stankoven on the right side. Played back in the corner. Heischer trying to battle forward here. Picked up by Burns, and Devils still battling for it. Heischer picks it up, being tied down low. Hit by Burns and knocked down. Palat then will get it down low and try and feed it up to the front. Stolen back then by the Canes. Marnook through neutral zone. 2-on-1. Marnook with Stankoven. A pass over. Intercepted. And we got a penalty, folks. And it's against the Devils. And Carolina's going to go to the power play here first. We'll get a chance to tie the game up here. All right. Let's see what the penalty was. I think it was Kovacevic. Or, sorry, Palat for hooking. Or high sticking. I always get those mixed up for some weird reason. So, Carolina will head to the power play here. Face-off won by the Devils. They clear it all the way the other way right away. All the way the other way right away. Nice commentary, Nordic. Here's Gostisbehere picking up the puck. Will skate it back then for Aho, who picks it up through center ice. Canes take it into the zone. Aho throws it down low, battling here with multiple Devils. Stolen back then by Jarvis. Over to Blake. Blake, the rookie who had 20 goals on the year. Up to the point. Gostisbehere shot. Blocked in front. Svesh picks it up down low. Looking for options now. Will throw it up to the point. And picked up again then by Carolina. I think the Sens win tonight. I'm going to go like 3-1 Ottawa tonight, I think. Here's Blake. Big hit in front by Kovacevic. Picked up by the Canes. Jarvis to Aho, who throws it up to the point, and the Canes can't keep it in. Ugh, brutal. Down low now. Gostisbehere picks it up. Halfway through the power play here. Gostisbehere then to Jarvis as they get their second unit out there. Kotkaniemi throws it back. Gostisbehere to Hall. Back to Ghost, who has Mercer tied up with him. Kotkaniemi then back to Hall as the Canes finally set up. Hall to Jarvis. Pass in front intercepted. Down low is Hamilton, who backhands it around. And Kovacevic will pick that puck up and clear it out. Kept in by the Canes. Hall throws it down low to Stankoven. Stankoven to Burns. He can't keep the puck in. And they'll come back out and regroup. Yeah, I just think, like, if Ottawa can stay out of the box more and play more, you know, conservative, and Ullmark plays half as good as he did, I think they probably win that game. Roslovic down low, cleared by the Devils right away, and I think that'll pretty much do it. 10 seconds to go here on the power play. Shots are 7-3 New Jersey. They kill off a penalty here. Dumped down low into the zone. Palat will throw it around. Picked up then by Hall. Canes had one shot on that power play. Stankoven now trying to get down low for it. Stolen back then by Palat, who clears it out of the zone. Carolina gets it right back, though, and puts it in down low. Dumoulin, he's got Stahl on him. Gets tied up then by Carrier. Picked up by Palat, who gets knocked over. And cleared to center ice. Chatfield dumps it right back in, and it goes out of play subsequently. As Markstrom lost his stick there behind the net. So some real physicality here tonight. Kovacevic with a big hit on Jackson Blake during that power play. And it's still a 1-0 lead for the New Jersey Devils. Whew. Some good stuff here tonight, guys. I think we're gonna let Let me do something here real quick. I'm going to put up our schedule for tonight. Actually, here, I'll do this. Yep, commercial break. By the way, I also do want to say, for some people who are tuning in here, I may be a little bit behind because the stream quality will. What I've realized is that the stream is delayed by like 15, 20 seconds. So I do want you guys to keep that in mind. I might be a little bit delayed when it comes to the commentary. Devils win, I agree. What's up, Gabby? Holy crap, OG right there. I hope you're doing good too. Wow. Oh my God, I haven't heard from you in forever. Let's go see who's streaming tonight. Nobody right now is streaming. I'm sure, unless HTH is going, I'm sure he's probably streaming the Devils or the Leafs Sens. All right, they're talking to Sheldon Keefe. He's reached the playoffs every year as a head coach. All right. Let's go Kings. Yeah, big win last night. Huge win last night, I got to say. All right, showing off Jesper Bratt with the only goal tonight for New Jersey. We got 8:42 left here in the first period. Let's see what else unfolds here in the second half. Devils look like the better team, though, so far. Killed off a penalty. They're physical. They got the only goal. They're out shooting the Canes. They look good. Down low, Anderson throws that puck around the net. Battling down low, Kovacevic shoots it on Marnook. Kovacevic shoots it on Anderson, and he makes the save. Down low now, Slavin with the puck. Tries feeding it over to Burns. He gets it up and bats it out of the zone. 3-on-2 the other way. Stahl over for Marnook. Marnook shoots it! And above the net there and out of play into the netting above. So another good chance there for Marnook. It seems like the only chances the Canes are getting are off the rush. Gotta say, that third line for Carolina of Marnook, Stahl, and Stankoven, they move. They can move. Even at Stahl's older age and how Marnook is at this point in his career, they can still move it pretty good. All right, face-off coming here now within the Devils zone. It'll be Glass versus, I think that's Kotkaniemi. And Canes win the draw. Gostisbehere shoots it on net and deflected out of play. Face-off coming here now yet again in the Devils' end. Won by New Jersey. They'll clear it out of the zone. Hamilton feeds it past to Mercer. Gostisbehere steals that right away. And Hall moves it into the zone. Back at it out of the zone by the Devils. And they'll clear it right back in. Just back and forth. Obviously in game one, Carolina took that 4-1. I think they outshot New Jersey like 40-22 or something like that. Puck at the point. Canes got it into the zone. Walker a shot. Blocked in front end. Shot into the corner as Nosen tries to move it out of the zone. Or Nason, sorry. Sometimes I get these names wrong. Svechnikov to the front to, I think that was Hall, and he couldn't finish it. Kotkaniemi loses the puck down low. Will skate back out of the zone and pick it up. And a delayed penalty coming for the Devils again. Anderson will go to the net as it's a 6-on-5. Here's Aho. As the Canes fans are getting loud. Over then for Gostisbehere. Through the zone now. Stankoven. Blake hit by Kovacevic again. A pass over in front. Jarvis. And a save by Markstrom. Down low. Canes still with it. Gostisbehere now. A hit on Cotter as things are seeming to boil over here. As Kovacevic was with another big hit there on Jackson Blake. And Paul Cotter does not like the call that was called on him. He's probably telling the Canes fans, hopefully they had a great Easter. All right, 2-minute minor for tripping here on Cotter. Canes will go back to the power play. Seems like they've kind of gained momentum here a little bit in these last couple of minutes. Let's see if this power play can help them even more. Face-off coming up here now. It's Aho versus Hala. Face-off won by Aho. Gossespierre at the point. To Aho. Throws it down low. Stolen back then by the Devils. Kept in by the Canes. Jarvis on the right side. Feeds it to Aho. Finally they set up. Gossespierre. Svechnikov! He misses the shot. Still controls it. Back up to the point. Ghost. To Aho. To Ghost. To Aho. To Ghost. It's tipped by Brad and it goes out of play. And they look like they want to call something there. And they won't. Get the next unit out there for New Jersey. Yeah, good pressure there from the Devils, keeping, Carolina limited. They're not giving them a lot of space, which I think is definitely a good thing. Aho to Blake. Blake with the puck at the point. Throws it down low. Aho will regroup now here. Looks for options. Down low to Jarvis. Back to Aho. Waits. Back to Jarvis. To Aho. Holds it at the point. To Jarvis. To Gossespierre. Misses the shot as well. Oh, man, they're missing everything here. A pass down low for Svech is missed. Jarvis picks it up behind the net. Gives it to Ghost. To Aho. Aho. To Svech. To Aho. To Ghost. To Jarvis! And he shoots it wide. Gossespierre comes out of the zone now. Will regroup with the puck. 50 seconds left here on the power play. Kotkaniemi now is the second unit gets out there for Carolina. Through the zone now. Hall picks it up. KK throws it around behind the net to Stankoven. To Roslovic. Roslovic to Burns. To Hall. Shot! And it goes above the net. Roslovic. Back to Burns. Over to Roslovic again. A pass to Burns intercepted. Devils will pick it up and clear. 20 seconds left on the power play. Burns gets it down low. He's got Nason on him. And I think that might just do it for this power play. 15 seconds left. They'll make one last push. Hall through the zone. Moves it in. Skates it around. Pass over. Roslovic to Orlov. Back to Roslovic. He shoots it. Saved by Markstrom. And that'll do it for the power play. Canes clear the puck back down low into the zone. Kovacevic will pick it up and clear it down the other way. Cotter over to Bastian, who can't hold the pass. Canes pick it up at Stankoven. Intercepted by Dowling. And Stankoven just gets it right back. Orlov over then for Carrier. We got about 4 minutes left here in the first period. Stahl throws it around behind the net. Back up to the point is Chatfield. Chatfield shoots it behind the net. Marnook gets it up to the point. Orlov a shot. He breaks his stick. And here come the Devils the other way. 3-on-2. Bratt into the zone. Meyer a shot. And denied there by Anderson. Puck cleared out of the zone by Carolina. They'll come back and regroup in their own zone as the Devils, who clear it back down the other way. Anderson shoots it around behind the net. Mercer's on it with Aho. Picked up then by Nason. Stolen back then by the Canes. And puck is out of play. Shots are 7-5 now. Devils have not had a shot since their last goal. As they're cooking hamburgers in the parking lot. Look at that. That's tailgating at its finest right there.
That's why with AT&T, we'll proactively make it right with a credit for a full day of service if there is a medical emergency. That's the AT&T guarantee. With new McValue McDonald's, you'll get more than you expect. Like buy a double cheeseburger and add chicken and nuggets for $1. Because 6 final calls.
All right. Thank you, everybody who has tuned in tonight. If you are new, please do consider subscribing to join the great community that we have here on this channel. We'll be back for Game 4, I'm pretty sure, of this series on Saturday. We got a quadruple header, so be sure to look forward to that. Let me pull up the schedule again. Actually, no, we won't be back to the stream. That's Tampa Bay, Florida early in the day. So I think the next time we might stream this series maybe during the elimination game. I haven't looked ahead in the schedule yet for what's going to be next week, but I will let you guys know when I find out. But I would imagine we're going to be having some elimination games, possibly some Game 5s, Game 6s, depending on where the series are at. So, to be honest, just look forward to some more commentary streams from me moving forward. And that's one half of water done. Got a whole case of water down here that I've been using. So, 3:46 remaining here in the first. Face-off coming up here outside of the Carolina zone. And it's won by the Canes. Slavin through center ice. Picked up then by Marnook on his feet. In front stall. A save by Markstrom. A nice pass in front there from Marnook, who was falling on the ice. Devils pick it up. They'll move it the other way. Pesce a shot. And a glove save there by Anderson. And some pushing and shoving from, I think that was Meyer and, I believe, Walker? Pretty sure. Sean Walker. All right. Down low. Canes with the puck. They'll clear it through neutral zone and back into the Devils' end. It will be an icing. That's the Devils' first shot since the 13-minute mark in the period. So Carolina's kind of had control since then. By the way, 2 streams tonight. We got Florida and Tampa Bay later. And then after that, Minnesota and Vegas at 11 p.m. So we got some late night live streams here. But again, the rule is if one of the games goes to more than one overtime, the stream after that gets canceled. Face-off won here by the Canes. Walker clears it through neutral zone. Stolen back then by the Devils. Dumoulin gives it up then for Mercer, who dumps it into the zone. Thrown around then by Walker, as Devils will keep it in. Bratt on the right side moves it forward over to Holla, who can't get a shot on, and just throws it around behind the net. Holla in front, and cleared out of the zone by Carolina. Kovacevic throws it down low. Devils pick it up, intercepted. Here come the Canes. Down the other way, it's Jarvis. Tied up a shot, saved by Markstrom. As Jarvis kind of ran into Markstrom there a little bit, but looks like he's okay. As time winds down here in the first period. Shots are 9-6 in favor of New Jersey. They have the 1-0 lead off of a Bratt goal. Icing here against the Canes with about 2.5 minutes to go. Oh my God, thank you for the $7 donation, Blair. As a Leaf fan, we played really well. 100%. Game 1 looked great for Toronto. The power plays they capitalized on. I overall thought they looked more sound defensively than usual. I do think that they need to improve on 5v5 things, but yeah, thank you for the $7 donation. I really appreciate that. Everyone, shout out to Blair. Absolute legend right there. Carolina with the puck. Hall clears in the neutral zone. Stolen back then by the Devils, who will regroup in their own end. Hamilton back over to Pesce, who was a off-season acquisition. Meyer back to Pesce to Hamilton as the Devils regroup. With the puck then is Glass, who backhands it into the Carolina zone. Down low then Bastion with the puck. Battling now down low in the corner. Yeah, that game starts at 7:30, doesn't it? Yeah, you got to keep your game and keep capitalizing on those power plays if you get them. On the right side, Bastion, a shot saved by Anderson. Svechnikov trying to play it out here. Picked up by Hall, down low, circles it around. Stolen at the point then by Jersey. A shot from Dowling, blocked in front. And here's Carolina the other way. Orlov, who looks tired, will just dump it in. And into the zone then, Roslovic with the puck. Held off then by Dowling. Approaching the final minute of play here in the first period. Puck played up to the right zone. Tatar with it. Through center ice. Circles it around the right side. We'll try and dump it down low. Carolina intercepts it again. It's Robinson who dumps it in. And Markstrom plays that one back behind the net. Canes keep it in. Backhanded down low. Roslovic with the puck. Down low then. Robinson battling for it. Dumped down the other way by the Devils. And into the zone. Gostisbehere picks it up. Holding it here now. Carrier with it. Cleared into the zone by Robinson. And just wide of the net. Final minute of play here. 30 seconds left. Devils with it. Dumoulin. Up then for Mercer. A shot! And it goes wide of the net. Oh my God. Dude, $27? Blair, you're insane. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Holy crap. I never get donos that big. I never get donos at all. Oh my God, thank you. All right, let me just finish this period. A shot from Stankoven goes above the net. And that'll do it for the first period. Yeah, Blair. Which series is my favorite? I enjoyed Battle of Ontario. That was a lot of fun watching that first game. It's a shame that we can't do it tonight. I also really did enjoy I enjoyed Oilers Kings last night too. That was fun. But yeah, my playoff MVP so far. Oh man. Let me look at the stats. Let me look at the stats here real quick. Who's leading in playoffs? Scheifele. I gotta say so far, it's low-key Kyle Connor. Because for what the Jets have done, he scored 2 insanely clutch goals. He is the real MVP so far here tonight. Love donating to small creators. Seems like a great guy. Thank you so much, man. Holy crap, I really appreciate that. I never get donos whatsoever, so whenever they come, they're really greatly appreciated. So thank you so much, Blair. Everyone shout out Blair in the chat. All right, first intermission here. Let me clear that up real quick. That being said, goal came from Bratt. And we'll head into the first intermission here with the Devils 1-0 lead. Go get a snack, go get a drink, do what you got to do. We'll be back for the second period here in about 20 minutes. All right. Puck Doku. Should we do Puck Doku? Who wants to do Puck Doku in here? Show of hands. Just subbed as well as my favorite NHL team. I am a Flyers fan. But I am a good Flyers fan. I am not a mean Flyers fan. All right. Let me cook up the Puck Doku here real quick. It's going to take a second. All right, this is the board today. Let me pull up. Oh, wrong one. This one. Yeah, big Philly and Utah guy. All right, that's the App Store. I don't want that. Here it is. Puck Doku. All right, this is the board. Let's get cooking. All right, what comes to mind first? Anaheim and Florida. We're going with my boy, Anthony Stolarz. So, Nordcast legend right there. You got to go with Stolarz. Anaheim, St. Louis. I already have one. But do you guys have any ones that you want to add to the board? 100-plus goals scored in career. We could go with some really good names there. But I'm rolling with Stolarz there first. Anaheim, Montreal. For some reason, I thought of Trevor Zegras. Let's see. All right. We're gonna go with. We'll roll with David Backes. How about that? 3%. Boom. I'm going crazy right away. I already know one, but it's like a really easy one. I'll go with it. Why not? Roberto Luongo. It's 29% though. That's not really that good of a one. Vancouver, St. Louis. Who played for the Canucks in St. Louis at the same time? Yeah, Luongo is one. Nick Delorier for Montreal, Anaheim. Oh, yes. Delorier played for Montreal? All right, I'll go with it. There you go. Look at that. Good job. What else? I'm trying to think because I know there's one for Canucks St. Louis that is like just escaping my mind right now. First intermission, by the way, in this game, guys. We're just doing some puck doku fun. Tyler Toffoli. Oh, yes. Toffoli, dude. Why am I not thinking of Toffoli? My brain is just, like, escaping me right now. Vancouver, St. Louis. They just played. I'm trying to think. What are current Blues? I almost said Gretzky, bro. Oh. Yeah, Toffoli. Vancouver, St. Louis. Oh, my God. Pearson can be Habs Canucks as well. Yes. Pearson might have been better than Toffoli, to be honest. Because I forgot Pearson played for Vancouver. 100 goals scored. Oh, did he score 100 goals? Did Kovalev scored 100 goals, right? He played for Montreal, right? Yeah, he had to have. I'm going with Kovalev. Alexei Kovalev, right? All right. Yeah, he definitely did. 2%. Nice. Florida. Who was somebody who, like, barely... Is it Ole or UC? It's Ole, right? Boom, baby. From Tasmania. What's up? It says you're a Winnipeg Jets fan though in your username. All right. What else can we do? What else is one that we can do? Oh, your girlfriend changed her YouTube name. St. Louis, Vancouver. That's the one that I'm really stuck on. For a St. Louis 100 goal scorer. Ooh, did he score 100 goals? He had to have, right? He was in the NHL for so long. First one that comes to my mind, Mike Hoffman. I beg. Please. I'm pretty sure he scored 100, right? 0.5. I'm crazy. I am crazy. And then Vancouver, St. Louis. That's the last one. Who played for... Trying to think of like current players, but I can't think of any. Vancouver, St. Louis. Gotta think of a goalie. Did Curtis Joseph play for Vancouver? Why does Curtis Joseph come to my mind? Oh my god. Did he? He played for St. Louis, right? Yeah, he was a long-time St. Louis Blue. Did he play for Vancouver, though? I don't think he did. I'm not going to take that risk. I'm not going to take that risk. All right. Wrap this up real quick so we can get back to the intermission screen. Oh my god. Who is a Canuck? Didn't Thomas Kyrou? No. Buchnevich did not. No. Oh! No, he played for the Rangers. Why am I thinking he played for the Canucks? Geoff Courtnall? Alright, I'm trusting you on this, Swogo. You're the one who wanted to do Puck Doku, so I'm trusting you. There you go. Good job. 69 uniqueness. That's nice. Oh my god, of course it's 69. Alright, let me take a picture of this. We'll upload it to the Twitter. Alright, boom, baby. Good job, guys. Good job helping me out there. Alright, let's get back to the actual screen here. Alright, 1-0 New Jersey at the first intermission mark. I do want to say thank you, everybody who's tuned in today. I greatly appreciate it. Already doing pretty good tonight. I have low expectations for this stream in general, just because it's teams that we haven't done yet. Oh, you're slime on your alt account. Of course you are, slime. Trying to slime me. All right. Florida Panthers fan, your girlfriend's a Jets fan. Man, if they make the Cup Finals and you guys play each other, that'd be pretty dramatic. course, that was the Monday night game. Just absolutely chaos.
So many great moments. The gotta love Dallas win. What a gritty effort they put together to come back and win that game. But can you not take your eyes off Connor McDavid last night? Great effort by LA Kings scoring 6 goals in their win over Edmonton. Nearly a reverse miracle offense.
Aw. Wow. All right, we got about 5 minutes until the start of the second period, guys. Or less than that, about 4 minutes. I have like a pimple on top of my lip. It's like in the worst spot ever. All right. Wow, you're a fan of a lot of teams, dude.
Your local Ace is the largest national retailer of steel power tools, gas or batteries. You won't find this full lineup at a warehouse. You can find it at Ace. Order online and get free pickup or free assembly and delivery. Welcome to the show, the one with unimaginable power and endless entertainment. Phillies.
All right, got about 2 minutes here till the start of the third period. Thank you, everybody who has tuned in here during this stream tonight. That first period felt fast, honestly. That felt pretty fast. So let's see what this next period here has to hold. All right, here we go. Let's get ready for the start of the second period here. First period recap, goals came from Jesper Bratt, who gave the Devils a 1-0 lead here in this one. All right, here we go. Ready for the start of the second. Let's get her going.
Really good period for the Devils. Flip side for Carolina, how do they change things in the second?
All right. All right, second period of Canes versus Devils is now underway. Let's get it going. Face off, won by the Devils, dumped into the Canes zone right away. Right in on Anderson. He'll use his goalie stick to clear it the other way, but kept in though by the Devils, and they blow it dead for offsides. Showing off Stanley Cup winning betting odds. Carolina obviously leading the Devils there. The Devils in the regular season were 16-0-1 when they were leading after the first period on the road, which was the second best record in the NHL. The fact that that's the second best is kind of crazy. Burns to the center ice, cleared it on into the Devils zone. Stahl battling forward here now. Picked up in front Marnook, and he can't get a shot on. Devils pick it right back up. It's Heischer. A pass back over then for Meyer. Meyer circles around. He'll shoot it just wide of the net. And taken back then by the Canes. Stankoven. He's got Marnook with him. Marnook will chip it into the zone. Jarvis to Stahl in front. And a save by Markstrom. And some pushing and shoving here as well, as these teams clearly don't like each other. I don't think I'm surprising anybody by saying that. Showing off Sheldon Keefe here once again. He's had 7 defensemen play tonight, or play in this series, with obviously Luke Hughes being injured. He's had to bring in Dennis Cholowski, who probably won't play a lot of time, but he's just kind of there to fill up a roster spot, as the Devils do need to kind of fit that regulation. But with that being said, it does mean that players like Brian Dumoulin and, you know, guys like Kovacevic are going to get more ice time out there. Face-off coming here now in the Devils' end, as the Hurricanes are still looking to tie this one up. And it's won by the Devils. Played back then, cleared out of the zone then by Dumoulin. Up at center ice, it's picked up by Walker, who will regroup it with Gostisbehere. Back to Walker. Moves it through center ice, will clear it into the New Jersey zone. Battling now below the goal line is Kovacevic alongside Blake. Stolen back then by New Jersey. Down low, Dumoulin passes it up through center ice. Picked up by Tatar and cleared down the other way. As Bastian will battle with Gostisbehere. He gets control of the puck. Throws it up to the point. Hala intercepted by the Canes. And taken back then the other way. Roslovic drops it back. A shot and a save by Markstrom once again. Cleared down low. Devils intercepted. Mercer back up to the point as it slides all the way up then for Orlov, who dumps it back down low. Hala. Over then to Hamilton. Taken back then by Orlov, who clears it the other way. And icing. Or sorry, no icing. Thought it was going to be an icing there for a second. Devils pick it up. It's Hamilton. Sends a pass through center ice. It's picked up down low then by Bratt. Bratt will battle forward here with Orlov. It slides down low up to the point. And New Jersey will take it back and regroup. Dumoulin. Over then through the zone as Mercer will race for it, but he has no time. It's an icing against New Jersey. Showing off Bill Belichick, who is here. Former New England Patriots coach, won them many Super Bowls, is now the coach of UNC. So face-off coming now on the Devils' end. Won by the Canes. Gostisbehere, slap shot! And it goes wide and all the way out of play. Picked up then by Carolina. Slid down low. Kovacevic with it. Tries sending it through center ice. Puck's up in the air. Hala battling forward. It slides to the right side. Aho to the point. Walker a shot. Saved by Markstrom. Picked up then by Jarvis. Jarvis to Aho. Aho to Walker. To Gostisbehere. To Aho. Slides it down low. Markstrom with it. Tries firing it around. It's kept up at the point. Blake sends it down low then. To Jarvis. To Walker, who fires it behind the net. Carolina seeming to struggle to kind of get like room and control. Devils are giving them absolutely zero room. At the point, Goss to spare. Down low, a shot saved by Markstrom. Rebound, they score! Shane Goss to spare. The ghost man himself. And Carolina ties it. Shane Goss to spare off the rebound from a chance in front. And Carolina ties this game up just a little under 3 minutes into the first period. Love to see that. Now we got some real action here. What a rebound off of that Goss to spare shot. Had so much room on that play. Oh, that's electric. Face-off one here by the Canes. They throw it down low behind the net. Markstrom seals it back now. Battling for it here. Hamilton to Pesci. Through center ice. Burns a shot. Deflected. It's in the net! They score again! Or not. Maybe not. They blew it off. I think the puck might have been on the goal line. Ooh. They're going to look back at that one. A shot from Brent Burns at the point. I think it might have been on the goal line. The box opens up immediately. Let's take a look at this replay. No. He might. Oh, I think Pesci might have put it in his own net. Hang on. Let's see it from the overhead view. So Markstrom falls down. No, that's not in. No, I don't think that's conclusive enough. I think that this is not going to call a goal. So unless if I'm wrong here, I think Carolina, or I think the Devils might be saved here. But the refs are going to look at it. I don't think that's a goal. Yeah, that's not a goal. Right on the line. Devils got really lucky there with that one. It has to be completely across the goal line, and from what I can tell, I don't think it is. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if it gets called a goal because they love to call things a goal that aren't a goal. But let's see what it is. Let's see what the verdict is. Carolina now leads the Devils in shots, 12-9. It was originally 7-1 in favor of the Devils in shots, but now Carolina seemed to run away with things here. And yeah, no, that's not a goal. We'll go back to a face-off here. Pesci with a near save there, keeping that puck out of the net. He's very lucky on that one. Face-off won by the Canes. Stankoven at the net. Burns moves in, shoots it just above the net. Down low then, back behind. That was nearly 2 goals in what felt like 15 seconds. Up in neutral zone, Burns to Stahl, who clears it back. Slavin with it, deflected back into the New Jersey end. Back then for Stahl. Stahl down low, Stankoven throws it in front, and they can't finish it. It'll come out to the neutral zone. Slavin will hold it and wait. Around behind the net. Pass up through the neutral zone. Stankoven dumps it down low. It gets in on Markstrom, but Dumoulin will take that puck right back. Kept in by the Canes. Pass in front for Stankoven, intercepted, and the Devils will get it out. Chatfield will regroup in the Carolina end. He's got Bastion on there with him swiftly. He keeps it down low. And Devils are at the force to go out of the zone as it's offsides. Orlov takes it behind the Hurricanes net. Looks for options here. Pass up through the neutral zone and into the Devils end. And New Jersey will shoot it right back. But Carolina gets it right back again. Dumoulin behind the Devils net. Up then for Nemec, who tries sending it forward. Devils will force it up. It's Dowling who dumps it into the zone. Anderson now behind the net. Gives it to Chatfield. Chatfield will skate with that puck and give it some time here. Shots are 6-0 in favor of Carolina here so far through this second period. Aho moves it into the zone. Throws it in front. And Blake can't finish. Jarvis now down low. Waits for options. Will circle back around and pass up to Burns. Burns waits. Back to Aho. Up to Slavin, to Burns. Throws it in front, deflected, and goes out of the zone. A race for it now between Brad and I think that's Orlov. And cleared back into the zone by the Canes. Devils get it back, running down the other way. Bratt moves it into the zone. He's got some control, has some room, throws it up to the point. Dumoulin, over. Backhand save by Anderson. Glass battling in front. We get a whistle as a player lost his helmet. And it was Burns. Shots are 12-10. Oh, not Q. And I think we're going to get a penalty here. And it's going to be against Carolina. The Devils will get a power play here. Interesting. All right, well, that being said, and Aho will go to the box for slashing here, giving the Canes a kill. And the Devils will get a chance to take a lead back in this game, showing off Nico Hischier, captain of this Devils roster, looking to get something going here with his team. Stahl versus Hischier. Face-off is on top of Hischier, trying to break the puck free. And the Canes get it. Orlov rushing the other way, shorthanded. A pass up. Marnook, he's got Stahl with him. A shot! He scores! Shorthanded goal for Jordan Marnook. And the Canes lead. Off the rush, Orlov takes it, passes it to Marnook. He's got plenty of room and comes in and roofs it past Markstrom. What a chance, what a play, what a goal. Phenomenal. Oh, man. Woo! Posted in. That's the good stuff right there. That's the electricness of the playoffs. And these Canes fans are going crazy. Face-off won by the Devils. They're still on the power play, but we'll see how long this takes. Meyer through the zone to Hamilton. Hamilton intercepted. Puck deflects out of the zone and out of play. That's Marnook's 8th career playoff goal. And his first shorthanded one of his career in the playoffs, by the way. That's some good stuff right there. Oh, man. That's electric. Even made the audio cut out there a little bit. All right, Devils, really important here they get something going because otherwise, I don't know, it's not looking that good. Face-off coming here now, won by the Canes. Slavin tries clearing it out of the zone. Stahl will back that one out. Regrouping now is Markstrom over then for Bratt. Down low for Hamilton. Through the zone, Bratt. Pass over to Meyer. Meyer moves it in. Down low now. Marnook battling for it. Nason picks it up. Meyer in front. Hischier. Saved by Anderson. Rebound in front. And Nason can't finish. Pass up then for Bratt to Hamilton. A shot. And blocked by Slavin. Here they come the other way. Jarvis through the zone. 2-on-1. In front. Saved by Markstrom. If that even got on him. Hamilton now back up for Bratt. Here come the Devils the other way. Bratt into the zone to Meyer. Back for Hamilton. He shoots it. Saved by Anderson in front. And he makes the save as we get some pushing and shoving here between these two teams. 39 seconds left on the Devils' power play. And they're still going. By the way, Toronto versus Ottawa starting in about 15 minutes. Maple Leafs looking to take a 2-0 series lead in that one. As Ottawa's looking to get their first playoff win in over 8 years. Or in almost 8 years. Sorry, not over 8 years. What's up, Rick? Good to hear from you once again. All right, looks like they're going to sort out these penalties. Timo Meyer heading into the box. So it looks like it might. Is it a 4-on-3 or are they just going to keep going with the power play? Or it's 4-on-4. Ooh, interesting. What did Meyer do? Oh, okay. All right. Still 5-on-4 here. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. So still 5-on-4. I thought it was 4-on-4 for a second because the broadcaster said it was, but nope. Orlov tries clearing that puck out of the zone. They'll do so successfully. Devils forced to regroup. Tatar dumps it into the zone. Behind the net now. Anderson trying to get to it. Glass now behind the net. Down low. Stahl trying to take it here as it's battled for on the right side. Mercer will throw that puck up, and it's cleared out by the Devils themselves. Markstrom will go behind the net and wait for it here. Back over then for Nemec. 5 seconds left on the power play. They'll dump it in, and that'll pretty much do it. Not a good power play there by the Devils. They even allowed a shorthanded goal on top of not even be able to score themselves. Not a great look. Nemec throws it down low in front. Mercer, a shot blocked by the Canes and cleared the other way. Racing for it now is Svechnikov. He's got Nemec alongside with him. Nemec will throw that puck behind the net before Svech can get to it. A big hit by Kotkaniemi on the right side. Here come the Devils the other way. Cotter dumps that one down low into the zone. Behind the net now looks for options. It gets stolen back there by Hall. Over to Svechnikov on the right side. Devils trying to pick it up. Cotter down low. Taken back then by the Canes. Moved through neutral zone by Kotkaniemi, who dumps it in. Saved by Markstrom. Kovacevic loses an edge. Throws it in front. A shot. Blocked in front there by the Devils. Here's Walker. Walker up to Hall. To Walker. He shoots it. Deflected into the corner. Gostisbehere to Svech. To Hall. To Svech, who throws it down low. And then the Roslovic here gets it back up to the point. Gostisbehere down low to Roslovic. Stolen back by the Devils. Cotter will get it out of the zone. Feeds a pass up for Dowling. Dowling's got some room. He shoots it just wide of the net. And picked up by the Canes down low. Tied up now in the corner. Face-off is won behind the net. Halla throws it up to the point. Bratt shoots it. Blocked in front. Gostisbehere will pick it up here for Carolina and get it out of the zone. Carrier will clear that one back down low. Here's Bratt with the puck. Moving it through the zone. Stolen back then by Aho. Picked back up by the Devils. Dumped into the zone by Nemec. As Canes looking to get something going here. Through the neutral zone is Jackson Blake. Taken back then by Cholowski, who slots in here as the 6th defender, replacing Luke Hughes. In the Canes zone, Blake sends it up to center ice. Hamilton will pick that one up in his own zone. It's dished up then for Cody Glass. Glass back down the other way now. Picking it with is Pesce. Back for Glass down low, who's hit with the puck. And picked up by Nason. Nason being tied up by Blake to the point. Pesce, a shot deflected just wide and out of play. Shots are 13-11. Carolina with 9:46 left in the second period. We'll go to commercial break. Jordan Marnook with the go-ahead goal. It's 2-1 Carolina. Whew. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you are new, please do consider subscribing to join the wonderful community that we have here on this channel. Canes are hot, Devils are not. Nope. The Devils are indeed not hot. I 100% agree with that. All right. All right, 9:46 here left in this second period. Let's see what the Devils can get done here. I think, again, you need to win this game if you're them. This is a must-win. If you lose and you're down 2-0 heading to New Jersey, it's not good. It's not a good look. I think you can maybe take one of those games at home. But apart from that, this one might be over in 5. Face-off, won by the Canes. Orlov clears it down the other way. Picked up then through the zone. Pass up for Blake. Intercepted by New Jersey. And down the other way. Mercer tries throwing a pass to Brad. He misses it and it goes down low. Jarvis to Orlov. Back then, cleared out of the zone. Or not. Bratt keeps it in. What a stick play there. Moves in. Over Mercer. Saved by Anderson. Mercer on the 1-T. Robbed by Frederick Anderson. Oh, man. What a play there by Jesper Bratt. Showing off Austin Matthews. The Battle of Ontario starting here in about 7 minutes is when puck drop is projected. But you know that puck drop won't be till like 8:45 or 7:45 or whatever. So don't get your hopes up there just yet. Face-off coming here now in the Carolina zone. And it's won by the Devils. On the right side, Brent Burns will take that puck, circle it back around, send it up through center ice. Picked up then by the Canes. Stahl up through the zone. Marnook, a backhand save by Markstrom. Battling down low now. Taken back then by Brian Dumoulin. Up and over through the zone. Palat to Meyer. He's got some room. He shoots it. Save. Rebound. And it's in the crease. Devils go in. No goal. Another shot. Kovacevic. And he shoots it wide. Ederson without a stick. It's thrown back up to the point and out of play. And all the way down the other way. Oh, man. What a sequence there. Canes keep the puck back. Here they come the other way. Roslovic to Stankoven. Battling now in the corner. And Devils trying to take it back the other way. Dowling battling with Tatar. Picked up down low then by Kotkaniemi. And dumped into the zone by Roslovic. Robinson hit off the puck. Picked up then by Dowling. Shots are 15-14 Devils. Jersey clears it in. Battling now here in the corner. Picked up on the right side. Taken back then through the zone. Robinson, 3-on-2 for Carolina. Gostisbehere tries passing it over. Intercepted by New Jersey and dumped all the way down the other way. 7:50 remaining here in this second period. Shots are 15-14 in favor of New Jersey, as they have seemed to pick up a couple of chances here through the last couple of minutes. Dumped into the zone. Down low on the right side. It comes out. Played over then by Chatfield, who clears it back down low. Svechnikov now battling forward here in the corner. Played to the right side. Taylor Hall throws it up to the point. A shot. And it goes back down low. And we get a whistle blown here for a hand pass. Still a lot of time here left in this game. Carolina with a 2-1 lead and some really good chances for the New Jersey Devils to try and tie this one up. But Freddie Anderson says no. And I said it a couple times this stream. I will say it again. We got a few more here tonight. We got Panthers versus Lightning later tonight. The Battle of Florida at 8:30. Then we got Wild versus Knights at 11 p.m. So Some good live streams coming here tonight on the broadcast network. I guess I wouldn't call it a network. It's really only me just streaming one game. But some exciting stuff to look forward to here as we keep on going. All right. Back here from Lenovo Center. You can see those banners up there in that arena. There's only 4. What the heck? I figured there'd be some more. Sure as they keep moving along. I mean, again, they had some rough years there in Carolina, so I get why there's not a lot. But as we keep on going here, who knows? Face-off won by the Devils. Played through the neutral zone. Cleared back by the Canes. Blake trying to move it into the zone. Stolen back then. New Jersey will pick it up. It's Mercer who tips it into the zone. Down low now is Slavin. Back to Burns. Burns send it through center ice. Aho. Waits for options here. A pass up to Slavin who tips it down low into the corner. On the right side, Pesci will dump it out of the zone. Battling here at center ice. And Bratt just took a stick to the face, and that will be a penalty. And it's going to be against Carolina here as the Devils will get a power play. And is there any blood on Jesper Bratt? That's the real question. Jackson Blake will go to the box. Doesn't look like there's any blood. So it'll just be a 2-minute here. And we'll see the Devils get a chance to make this a tie game. All right, Jersey coming back to the power play. All right, face-off here now. Won by nobody as they blow the whistle dead. And they'll reset the clock, I'm sure. All right, now face-off. Won by the Devils. Bratt to the point. Hamilton. Over to Heischer. Heischer on the right side. Throws it in front, tipped by Stahl. And goes out of play. Shots are 14-13 in favor of the Canes. So I guess ESPN was lying to me. They love to lie to me. Devils in their last power play had 2 shots. They allowed a goal. So definitely not a good power play the last one. Let's see if this one's a little bit better. Face off. Won by the Devils. Canes pick it up. They clear it right away. Markstrom will take it back down low and play it. He'll give it to Hamilton now behind the net. Hamilton moves it through the zone. Gives it back then for Bratt. Jesper Bratt. Over to Meyer. Meyer waits. Back to Bratt again. He moves it through the zone. Drops it back and there's nobody there. Meyer. To Bratt. To Heischer. Cleared by Carolina. Hamilton now down low in the Devils' end. Will see if they can get something going here with a minute left. Not looking great, though. Meyer to Heischer. Heischer moving it into the zone. Skates around down low. Throws it up to the point. Meyer to Heischer. To Meyer. To Nemec. To Meyer. To Nemec, who holds the puck. Passes it over then for Bratt. To Heischer, a shot. Saved by Anderson in front. Cleared to the corner. Devils get it back. Heischer Down low. Feeds a pass over, intercepted, and cleared the other way. Carolina gets it back, though. Here they come shorthanded. Orloff with Aho. Blocked in front by Heischer. Aho gets it back. He'll throw it in front, intercepted there. And the Devils get it right back. Stolen back then by the Canes. They'll get it the other way. And they blow that one dead for offside with 21 seconds left on the power play. 5 minutes left in the first period, or in the second period. Oh, man. Not looking so hot for the Devils right now. That's a definite. Face-off coming here now in the New Jersey end. Won by the Canes. Burns banks it off the boards. Dumped into the zone by Robinson. Down low then is Hamilton with the puck. Hamilton will move it through the defensive zone. 4-on-3 here for the Devils. Palat to Tatar. Drops it back. Pesce. Shot. Blocked in front. Picked up then by the Canes. Cleared down the other way. That's it for the power play. Here they come. Blake out of the zone. Pass in front. Blocked there by the Devils. Palat picks it up in their own zone as they try and regroup. Stolen back then by the Canes. In front is Kotkaniemi. Back up to the point. Walker to Gostisbehere. Circles back around. Over. Kotkaniemi breaks his stick. Cleared down the other way then by New Jersey. And Gostisbehere will pick that one up. Svechnikov. Pass over then for Hall. Hall will throw it behind him over to Svech. A pass up through the zone. And then is Kotkaniemi who drops it back. A shot from the point save. Rebound in front. Pushing at the puck. What a keep away by Pesce. Another shot. Blocked in front again. Oh my goodness. What a keep out there by Brett Pesce as that puck nearly slid into the net. Down low in the zone. Devils with it. In front. Dowling a shot. Rebound. Cotter. Can't keep it in. Dumoulin with it now. Waiting for options. He's got some room. Up to the point. Kovacevic's shot. Blocked in front as well. It'll slide out of the zone. Carolina clears it the other way. And we'll get an icing. Oh my goodness. And Gostisbehere is hurt. I think he took a puck or a stick or something to him. And he is injured there on the bench. He's limping. That is not good. That is not good. And it looks like he will stay on the bench, but I think he took a block shot, a stick, something. I don't know. Let's see this replay. So they show the first play where Markstrom kept that puck out. Pesce with a really good keep away before that one slid in. They wouldn't show Gostisbehere's injury. They're starting to play it again. Nemec at the point. Shoots it just wide of the net. Down low behind the net. Mercer on the right side. Shoots it. Saved by Anderson. And let's see what this Gostisbehere injury was. So Cotter comes in here. Trying to see what made Gostisbehere, what injured Gostisbehere. And they won't show us! Of course they won't. Alright, commercial break. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Whew. Crazy sequence there. That was unreal. All right, face-off coming here now. We got about 3 minutes left here in this second period. A goal from Jordan Marnook made it a 2-1 lead for the Carolina Hurricanes. As we still await for this one to see its end result. Devils are looking to try and tie this one up and avoid it going to New Jersey down 2-0 in the series. If you're going to win, you need to win here tonight. Face-off coming here now in the Carolina end. Holla wins the draw. It's cleared out by the Canes. Racing with it the other way is the Devils. Pesce backhanded through the zone back to Bratt. Bratt to Mercer, a shot blocked in front. Bratt throws it around down low. Up to the point. Holla shoots it just wide of the net. Down low then. Bratt trying to battle forward here. Cleared down the other way. Back to Pesce. In front. And Bratt can't finish as the Canes clear the other way. Shots are 17-16 in favor of the Devils. And that shot goes out of play as the Devils try to dump it in the zone, but to no avail. All right. Face-off, won by the Canes at center ice. Slavin will take that one behind the net. Behind his own zone. Stankoven trying to clear it out. It's kept in, though, by the Devils. Meyer down low. Throws it in front. Puck in the air. Now down low. Palat trying to get to it here. Meyer will throw it back behind the net. Stolen back then by the Canes. And chipped out of the zone. Here's Stankoven. One-on-one. Stall into the zone. He shoots it. Saved by Markstrom. Jacob Markstrom off the rush makes that huge save on a Jordan Staal 1-T. Woo! All right. Face-off coming here again. Won by the Canes at the point. Walker shoots it just wide of the net. Down low now. Devils pick it up. Here's Hamilton battling for it. Robinson throws it up to the point. Goss to spare here now to Walker. He shoots it. Save in front. Cleared out by the Devils. All the way down the other way. And that will be an icing against the Devils here now. All right, Battle of Ontario has officially started. Game 2 of that series. It just started. It's 10 seconds in, so I'll give you guys score updates as we head through here tonight with the 3 commentary streams we're doing. Face-off coming here once again in the Devils' end. By the way, we have the Battle of Florida in less than an hour. Probably an hour because they're going to delay that game because of this one. Walker deflects it down low into the zone. Roslovic holding the puck to the point. Walker shoots it. Saved by Markstrom. Played on the right side. It goes all the way down the other way. Now down low, it's Tatari. Throws it in front. Saved by Anderson on Dowling. Clear down the other way. Canes pick it up. It's Roslovic. Drops it back. Robinson, a shot. Saved by Markstrom. Down low, Dumoulin throws it around to Dowling. Dowling will wait with the puck, sends it through the neutral zone, and dumped into the Canes' end. And that will also be an icing. Shots are 18 apiece here in this second period. It's been a way more even game. Sunday's game was very split. Again, it seemed like Carolina was the better team the whole way through. There was absolutely no doubt about it. In this one, it sure seems like the opposite. Face-off coming here now in the Devils' end. And it's won by New Jersey. Down low, cleared out of the zone by Nemec. Racing down the other way is Orlov, and it's an icing once again. Just some wild stuff there. All right, face-off coming here yet again in the Devil's End with 1:04 left. We're almost done this second period. And the face-off is won by the Canes down low. Thrown up to the point. Orloff to Chatfield. Chatfield sends it down low. Hall deflected in front. And a save by Markstrom. Orloff feeds that one up to the point. Kotkaniemi will keep it in. Those Devils have been out there for a long time. Tatar will pick it up and try and backhand out of the zone. He'll do so successfully. It'll go down the other way, and another icing against New Jersey, and that same group has to stay out there again. Oh, man, they've been out there for a little bit now. Face-off. Won by the Canes. Down low now. Gostisbehere moving in front. Backhand behind the net. In the final minute here of the second period. Battling on the right side. Kept in here by the Canes. Devils will force it out. And down the other way, Dowling as New Jersey finally gets off the ice and gets a line change. Here's Burns. Sends it through center ice. Picked up by Dumoulin. Up for Heischer to Bratt. Stolen back again by the Canes. And Aho will deflect that one down low and back into the zone. With about 7 seconds left, Pesce will take it behind the net. Send it up to the neutral zone. Heischer will take it in, take one last shot. And that'll do it for the second period with some fisticuffs at the end of it. A goal from Jordan Martinook makes it 2-1 in favor of the Canes on a shorthanded opportunity. And heading into the third period, the Canes are just 20 minutes away from taking a 2-0 series lead. That being said, guys, it is intermission time. Go get a snack, go get a drink, do what you gotta do, and we'll be back for the third period very soon. Whew. All right. Let me pull up the stream on my computer real quick while I edit this clip. Gotta watch the Leafs game. See you later. See you later, Slime. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm sure that's what everybody's going to tune into here tonight, but fortunately we won't be doing that. We'll be doing Game 4 of that series, though, in a 4-game quadruple header that I'm sure will be very fun. I don't know. It's 2-1. Like, anything can really happen here. But overall, we'll have to see. Very intrigued. Captain of the Devils. Trying to break the puck free. Rushing the other way, shorthanded. A pass up. Marduk, he's got Stahl with him. A shot. He scores! The other way, shorthanded. A pass up. Marduk, he's got Stahl with him. A shot. He scores! Shorthanded goal for Jordan Marduk. And the Canes lead. Off the rush, Orlov takes it, passes it to Marduk. He's got plenty of room. It comes in and roofs it past Markstrom. Markstrom. All right, that's done. Export that. Who wins? Knights versus Wild? I think the Knights probably win game 2. I don't know. Maybe the Wild take the win in that one, but I think the Knights will get a 2-0 win. We'll be live for that tonight, by the way. So stick around for that in about 4 hours. 3 hours, actually, not 4 hours. All right, second intermission report. Let's see what these people got. Oh my God, they already lead 1-0. No shit. No shit. Toronto up 1-0 on the Sens? Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Sounds good. No shit. Oh, wow. They are up 1-0. Oh, man. LeBlanc's going to be thrilled about that. Oh my gosh, no way. That's a little bit of a shocker, for being honest. Let me plug in my controller, since I am operating on my PS5 here tonight. I think I'm going to put the Battle of Ontario on my computer. Over here. Just have battery. Am I going to need to plug it in? I didn't think I would have to plug it in. Man, this thing looks geeked. This thing is dragging, dude. What percent is it at? Alright. Let me upload this. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Carolina 37-1-3 after leading 2 periods. But it's 2-1. Like, I mean, I could see it. I could see this game going a different way. And if the Devils tie it and we go to overtime, I wouldn't be shocked if we see that. I wouldn't be shocked. Puck drop for Battle of Florida in about 50 minutes. Oh, boy. Oh, that just looks so weird. All right, good. That's uploaded. Circle out of that. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we'll get ready for the third period here in about, I would say, 10 minutes. 10 minutes till the third. Can't believe we're already done our first game. Or already almost done our first game. Now watch, it's gonna go to like quadruple overtime. I'll crash out. I already know, like, there is always a game. Even if it's not that long, there is always a game during the streams that I do in the playoffs that goes to overtime and goes, like, super incredibly long. I mean, everybody remembers, I don't know about everybody, but I know a lot of people remember that one that I did in 2022 with Pittsburgh and the Rangers. That was pretty long. I'm prepared for one to be like that when we get to that point. I am prepared for it. But the one we did on Sunday, that was the most viewed stream. It's like 15th ranked in my stream. Like it did better than the 2022 Stanley Cup final or the 2022 Stanley Cup final games. Some crazy stuff there. But anyhow, I got about 8 minutes still till the start of the third period. I logged in. I am. So, how come I can't find the playoffs here? Alright, here we go. Battle of Ontario. Oh, I gotta log into my TV provider. Rawr. Let's see, does it have my account saved? Yes, it does. Thank God. Thank God. Alright. Perfect. So I have the Battle of Ontario corresponding on my other computer. Love that. So I will be following that game as we go ahead in this one. Oh my God, looking at that is just so weird. Seeing him in a Panthers shirt. Oh, it's so weird. I will never forgive Boston for that. Just such strange work, dude. Oh my God, he looks so weird. I guess we'll be seeing him later tonight, I guess. Not sure how I feel about that. But, you know.
players in the world. But they just typically all incredible goaltending, and we have all those attributes as well, which makes it going to make it a very intense series. And those are the ones you want to be part of. I mean, that's what hockey's all about, and when that intensity ramps up.
All right, they're still interviewing Brad Marchand right now. That game's at 8:30. Oh my God, it's 2-0 Leafs. Oh my Lord. What is happening? What is going on? Oh my God. Toronto about to go up 2-0 on Ottawa. Oh my Lord. All right, still got a little bit more time until the start of the third period. Probably about like 2 or 3 more minutes, and then we'll get going. Yeah, about 4 minutes here, folks. Thank you, everybody who has tuned in tonight. I really appreciate it. If you are new, please do consider subscribing to join the great community that we have here on this channel.
Welcome to Visible, the ultimate wireless pack. It's one line, powered with unlimited data on Verizon 5G network.
I can't believe that. Can't believe it's 2-0 Leafs.
Stream, scroll, browse, and connect.
This don't feel right.
Don't worry, Dash Pass saves you money on DoorDash. So skip the trip to the grocery store and stay right where you need to be. Dash Pass by DoorDash. Your door for more savings.
Hey, buddy. Sweetie. You good?
Someone stole my whole spice fancy perfume. Now it's smelling like perspiration.
I did. What's 24/7 pet protection?
You did this to my pets.
Gatorade. The world's most superior sports drink. Designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It's truly the best. Because it is the best. Gatorade. Is it in you?
All right, less than 2 minutes left here until the start of the third period. Still 2-0 Toronto.
We are always in motion. Getting this. Fixing that. Arriving. To destinations in life. And around the globe. Sometimes it's beautiful. Sometimes it's a blur. Because life never stops. You need someone you can trust to go right along with you. No matter where the future leads. Enterprise. For lives and drives.
All right, here we go, folks. Let's get ready for the start of the third period here in Devils versus Canes. Little second period recap. 2 goals from the Canes, Shane Gostisbehere and Jordan Marnook, putting Carolina ahead in that middle frame. The Devils in a must-win scenario here. Well, they can lose, but I think if you're the Devils, you want to win this game and go into Jersey with a tied series here. So I expect them to come out swinging in this third period. Let's see what they can get done here coming up. I am very intrigued to see what's going to happen here. All right, here we go. Puck is dropped for the third period here in a couple of seconds. Timed it wrong. All right, face-off now here, won by the Canes. Brent Burns will pick that puck up here on the right side. Back over then for Slavin, who dumps it through the neutral zone. Stahl, a shot! Saved by Markstrom off of that redirect opportunity. Oh my God, Burns with a smile, trying to say he's not intended to end the player. Anyways, Pesci with the puck will clear it through the neutral zone. Kept in though by the Canes. Marnook bats it down low. Markstrom back to Hamilton, who will bank it off the boards. Kept in by the Canes, and we get a whistle here for, I think, offsides.
Not really, Mike. The referee's hands are kind of tied there. That's not worth the fighting game. He's not trying to injure him there, but your hands are kind of tied by the rule book. For a headbutt is fighting game. That's more like a wrapping penalty. There is a double.
Another face-off coming here outside of the Devils' end. And it's won by New Jersey. Played up here through neutral zone. It's Bratt back over, cleared into the zone. Mercer trying to run down to it. Orlov tying him up. Behind the net. Picked up then by the Canes. Moved through center ice by Jackson Blake. A pass up over for Jarvis. Jarvis down low back to Blake. Stolen back then by the Devils. Jarvis to the point. Orlov throws it down low for Blake. Back then for Dumoulin, who's battling with it here now. And cleared out of the neutral zone by New Jersey. Orlov. Over for Chatfield. Chatfield back to Orlov, who slap shots it into the zone, and that one goes way wide of the net. Picked up here then by the Canes. Gostisbehere down the right side will chip it into the zone. Down low now is Hamilton. He'll pick it up for New Jersey and move it through center ice. Hamilton into the zone. Cody Glass. Glass to Hamilton, a shot, and it goes wide. Battling down low now is Paul Cotter. New acquisition in the offseason from Vegas. Battling on the right side. Picked up. Glass's shot saved by Anderson. And he'll make the save. So some early pressure here by the Devils to get something going here. Again, I'll say it one last time. We do have another stream tonight between the Florida Panthers and the Lightning, and as well as that too, a stream after that with Minnesota and Vegas. So we have some good action here tonight in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Face-off coming here now in the Carolina zone. It's Mercer versus Aho. And it's won by the Canes. Played down low in the zone. Slavin throws it around. Cleared through. And dumped down the other way. Picked up over by Hamilton behind the net. Gets hit by Aho. Kept in though by the Canes. Here's Blake. Jackson Blake on the right side. In front of Jarvis. He can't finish it. Picked up then by the Devils. Cleared through neutral zone. Here's Hala. Cleared down the other way by Carolina. Devils trying to get something going here. Hala into the zone. A backhand and it goes wide there. Aho slides it through neutral zone. Intercepted then by the Devils. And a whistle here for offside? Showing off the bracket here, every team's series has played at least one game except for Florida and Tampa Bay. As Carolina, if they do win this series, they will play one of Washington or Montreal in the playoffs. It just depends on which one of them. Obviously, the Devils can win this too, by the way. Cholowski back on the right side, cleared through the zone. Bastian will dump it down low. Racing for it here now is Walker around the right side, up to the point. Cleared down behind the net. Dowling throws it in front, and there's no Devil there to tuck that one in. Down low, Carrier gets hit off the boards. Gostisbehere battling for it. Dowling throws it in front. Cleared out of the zone. To the point. Nemec a shot. And it goes wide. What's up, Von Hook? How we doing? Picked up here by the Canes the other way. 3-on-2. Robinson takes it behind the net. Intercepted there by Carolina on the right side. Back to the point. Gostisbehere circles back around. Looks for options. Shoots it above the net. And back up to the point. Orlov drops it down low. Robinson then behind the net. Marnock comes out in front. He scored! Never know. No, he doesn't. Orlov a shot. Blocked in front. Oh, that went off the post. I thought he scored for a second. He did not score. Nope. Yup, we are doing 3 games tonight. Triple header. Chatfield, a shot! And a save by Markstrom. So, sorry about that, folks. I thought that Marnock was going to score that for a second, but he went out, ringed it off the post. I thought that was in, but nope. 4 minutes left in the first period of that one. Hello, Cadence. How we doing? Face-off coming here in the New Jersey zone. Won by the Devils. Down low is Brian Dumoulin. He'll throw it around behind the net. Cleared out of the zone then by New Jersey. Picked up by Heischer. Heischer sends a pass to Palat. It's intercepted though by Slavin. They'll battle for it on the right side. Picked up then by Carolina. Intercepted there. Marnock will clear it back into the zone. And New Jersey will try and move that one once again. Kovacevic sends it back to Dumoulin. Dumoulin a pass up through to Palat. Palat waiting here for options. Back to Dumoulin through the zone. It's deflected as it slides back in. And holding it now is Carolina. Burns. Down low. Back up through neutral zone and cleared into the Devils' end. Hamilton. Kovacevic, who clears it all the way down into the Carolina end. Back and forth action here so far. Orlov picks up that puck, slides the pass over then, and tipped into the zone by, I think that was Hall on the right side. Smash throws it in front, and Blake can't get it. Shot from Orlov, and a glove save by Markstrom. I don't even think he knew he had it there for a second. 15:09 here left in this first period. Score is 2-1 Carolina. Shots are 20-19. Or sorry, 21-19. Showing off Jacob Markstrom has faced 21 shots tonight. Has made 19 saves. He's allowed 2 goals, but I don't think either of them have really been his fault, to be honest with you. Face-off coming here now once again. Took the Devs here, going to be a sweat. And we'll see. There's still plenty of time left for this game to be tied. Down low, Kovacevic to Dumoulin. Dumoulin throws it up then to Mercer, passing it through the zone to Bratt. Bratt will tip it in. Now is Chatfield. Back then for Aho, who shoots it all the way down the other way. Back then for Jarvis. Jarvis circles it around, battling now down low behind the net. Stolen back then by the Devils. Bratt to Dumoulin. Dumoulin here through neutral zone. Taken back then and intercepted by the Canes. 2-on-1 the other way. Aho with Blake. They got 4 Devils on them. Aho will then throw it up to the point. Devils get it right back though. It's Meyer who sends it back. Hamilton, a slap shot! And it goes wide. Battling now here on the right side. Blake sends it around. Back over then for Hamilton. Up for Heischer, who gets tipped. And that will be a penalty against Carolina. And coming up, an absolutely insane pivotal moment here for the New Jersey Devils to try and tie this game up. Okay, here we go. Whew. All right. Face off now in the Seattle end. In the Carolina end. Screaming ref, you suck chance here in Lenovo Center. This is absolutely huge for the Kings. They need this power play. They need to score on this if you're the Devils. Face off. Won by the Devils. Played on the right side. Down low. Heischer picks it up. Behind the net. We'll look for options here. Down low in the corner. Sends it to the point to Bratt. Bratt. Over to Heischer. Heischer to Hamilton. To Bratt. Over to Meyer. He can't keep it. Oh, brutal there. Battling down low here now. Bratt fighting with Burns in the corner. Bratt will pick it up. Sends it up to the point. Heischer to Hamilton. Back to Heischer. To Bratt, a shot. Puck in the air. And into the corner again. Down low now. Nason battling with Burns. Puck sent up to the point. Bratt to Hamilton. Looking for control here now. Back to Bratt again. He'll circle around to Bratt. A slap shot. And blocked in front. Rebound. Meyer shoots it wide. And Carolina clears. Oh, man. Pass down the other way then for Markstrom, who sends it all the way into the zone. Meyer battling for it now on the right side with Robinson. Meyer gets it free. Pass to the other end. Kept in by Nemec. Nemec circles it around. Pass to Bratt. Bratt over to Meyer. Back to Bratt. A shot. Saved by Anderson. Puck is loose. Tatar to the point. Bratt. Meyer robbed by Anderson. Nason now battling in the corner. Tatar sends it to the point. Meyer holds it. 30 seconds left. Back to Bratt. Bratt looking for options. Down low. Tipped into the corner. Chatfield gets it now. Sends it up. And Robinson will clear. Pass is kicked down, though, by Tatar. Nemec will throw it back into the zone. Down low then is Glass. Battling for it here. That'll do it for the power play. Even though they couldn't score, it wasn't that bad of a power play. Shots are 24-21 in favor of New Jersey, as they damn near took a tie game there, but Frederick Anderson stands tall. Pass intercepted there by Carolina. Here's Hall. The other way into the zone. Will send it back down low. Kovacevic with it. Will throw it around. Cotter. Back to Dumoulin. Battling here on the right side. As Slavin tries to get to it there too. It's kicked back down low. Devils with it. Dumped into the Hurricanes' end. Goss to spare down low. Battling with Cotter, and Carolina does get control and clears that out of the zone. Devils will regroup here now with 11:20 remaining. They need a goal here desperately to avoid going down 2-0. Hamilton to Mercer. Mercer, a shot blocked in front. Back down low behind the net. Thrown in front. And a save there by Anderson. Here come the Canes the other way. Goss to spare. Through center ice. A pass over. Blocked in front. Mercer will pick it up and backhand it out. Canes will get it back and hold it in the zone. Burns over then for Jarvis. Taken back then down low. Blake. Blake to the front. And it goes wide. And a penalty against the Devils. Jackson Blake, the rookie, gets knocked down there by Nico Heischer. Simone Nemec. And the Canes are going to go to a power play. Oh, man. Both ends. This is insane. Whew. All right.
Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Best day of training so far.
How's your elbow?
It's killing me. Second team, chicken wing. But now,
All right. In commercial break here, guys. Canes are heading to a power play. It's a must kill if you're the Devils, to be honest.
Oh, sure. Hey, honey, I'm dancing. Okay.
All right, back here in Carolina. Okay, face-off coming here now. Won by the Canes. Down low, Blake to Svechnikov. Backhand in front. It goes off the post. Up to Gostisbehere at the point, who backhands it down low. Canes trying to get control here now. It's picked up and cleared out by the Devils. They'll take it the other way. It's a 2-on-2. Heischer into the zone. Deeks past Jarvis. Loses the puck. And Carolina will gain control right back. Gostisbehere now moving it the other way. Through the zone. Dumped in by Jarvis. Markstrom will shoot that puck around. Canes will keep it in. At the point is Svechnikov. Drop pass then for Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere holds it to Blake. Back to Gostisbehere. To Jarvis. To Gostisbehere again. Back to Jarvis. He moves in. Down low. Blake holds it. Feeds it back up to Jarvis. To Ghost. To Jarvis. He shoots it. Saved by Markstrom. Off the right side. Aho. A pass over. Jarvis! And it goes above the net. Aho. To Jarvis. Jarvis to Aho again. To Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere to Jarvis. To Gostisbehere. To Jarvis. To Blake. To Aho! And it goes wide. Blake to Svechnikov. Down low. Aho in front. He can't make that one. Gostisbehere to Blake! And blocked in front. And cleared by the Devils. 15 seconds left here on the power play. A very good kill there by New Jersey. And I think that'll run it down and do it here. Here comes Hall now the other way. Hall into the zone. A pass over. A shot! Saved by Markstrom on Stankoven. New Jersey will clear. That'll do it for the power play. Racing the other way then is Nemec. Out of the box right away. Devils with the puck. They'll dump it back into the zone. Shots are 24-21 in favor of New Jersey. As they still look to tie it. Burns. A pass up then for Stankoven. And we get a whistle here for offside. Woo! Some intense stuff here, guys.
Chipotle honey chicken brings a hint of pure honey and seared smoked pepper with fresh chicken hot off the grill. For Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet and a perfectly balanced sauce. Chipotle honey chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level.
All right, folks. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. I appreciate it on this Tuesday night. If you are new here, make sure you are subscribed. I would greatly appreciate that. As as we continue this playoff grind. We got another stream here at 8:30. Probably going to be later than that, to be honest with you, with the way this game's going between the Panthers and the Lightning. So be sure to be stayed tuned for that. But the way it's looking right now, I think we're likely going to be waiting a little bit before we do that one. So, you know, just keep that in mind. All right. All right, face-off coming here outside the Devils' end. 8:20 left here in the third. If the Devils want to make a comeback, they better do it soon. Face-off won here by the Devils. Pass to the neutral zone. Stolen back then by Hall. Hall tries to clear it into the zone. Taken back then by Kotkaniemi to Svechnikov. Svechnikov will clear it in. Down low now. Dumoulin will dump it out. It's picked up on the right side. Meyer trying to get it down low. Taken back by Cotter, and it's an offsides. And the Devils look frustrated here with how this one's gone so far. Carolina's 19-0 all time when they lead at any point versus the Devils in the playoffs. Wow. So whenever Carolina takes the lead in this series, you can just be like, it's over. That's crazy. All right, face-off coming here now in the neutral zone. It's won by New Jersey. Meyer dumps it into the zone. Picked up then by Slavin over to Burns. Burns dumps it down low. Marnook now taking it here. Stahl battling for it. For Stankoven as well. Stankoven throws it up to the point. Stolen back then by the Devils, who clear it all the way down the other way. Here's Heischer. In! Blocked in front. Down low now. Stahl will clear that one out of the zone for Carolina. And that'll be an icing against the Canes. Third period here, 2-1 Carolina off of that Marnook goal. Shorthanded in the second period. This one is a lot closer than the other one the other night was. So at least there's something positive to take out of that for sure. But nonetheless, it's been a good one here tonight. Face-off, won by the Devils. At the point here now, Pesce shoots it up above the net and out of play. Let's see, who's live tonight? Steve Dangle's live. 2BC Productions is live. Yeah, so SDPN's live. Nice. Good thing I didn't do that stream. Well, I mean, maybe not a good thing I didn't do Battle of Ontario. That would be fun, but I want to do at least one game for every series before we get into the elimination ones. Face off here, won by the Canes. Thrown around now. Kept in here by the Devils. Here's Hall on the right side, trying to clear it out of the Devils' end. Down low, Pesce tied up then with Aho. As they each collectively battle for it here. Still battling forward in the corner. Finally, it breaks free. Hamilton now back up for Mercer. Stolen back then by the Canes. Aho down low, gets tied up. Jarvis gets it back on the right side, tries throwing it up to the point. And battling for it down low in the corner. Mercer backhands the puck out. On the right side here now, Bratt will pass it backwards over then for Nemec, who clears it into the zone. Down low, Bastion throws it up to the point. Cholowski to Nemec, who sends it down low behind the net. Both teams trying to get shots off here, but neither of them can. Puck is deflected the other way and into the Devils' zone. Cholowski being tied up there by Robinson. Picked up then by the Devils. Nemec moves it into the zone, throws it in front, intercepted. Nemec to the point. Bastion, save, rebound, and blocked in front by the Canes and cleared out of the zone. Here come the Canes now the other way. 3-on-2. Roslovic in the zone. A shot saved by Markstrom. Puck is loose in front. And battling for it now behind the net. Finally, it breaks free. It's Timo Meier that picks it up. Canes will keep that one in. And down low picking it up is Nemec. Time winding down here in regulation. 5:30. Here's a pass up for Heischer, who gets knocked down. And no call there. It wouldn't have been a call anyways. Markstrom behind the net. Picks up the puck then for Nemec. Nemec moves it through the zone. Circles back around. A pass up then to Heischer. And Nason will just dump it into the Carolina end. Picking it up down low now is Stahl. Back behind the net. Meier battling forward here in the corner. Taken back then by Stankov and the Marnook, who picks it up the other way. Marnook, he's got some room. A slap shot! And the puck is stolen before he can take the shot. Damn. Battling here on the right side. Devils pick it back up. Palat fighting now down low. Nason in the corner. Stolen back then by the Devils. Or by Carolina. Clear down the other way. Racing forward is Kakanyemi. He's got some room. KK holds it. And tied up then down low by Palat. Still battling forward here in the boards. Picked up then by the Devils. Dumoulin. Over then for Cotter. Back to Kovacevic, who sends it through the neutral zone. Taken back then by New Jersey. Here's Dumoulin the other way. Brian Dumoulin holding it in the zone. Taken back then by the Canes. A rush the other way. Hall loses his control. And Markstrom comes out of his net and plays it. Hamilton circles it around behind the net. Hamilton moving it through the neutral zone. Will drop it back for Brad. A shot. And it goes wide. Mercer will shoot that one wide as well. Brad back up to the front. A shot. And deflected wide. Time winding down here in regulation. The Devils need a goal to force OT. Gostisbehere down low. Clears it out of the zone. Canes trying to take it the other way. Svechnikov, a pass up then. Into the zone for Jarvis to Aho. Back to Gostisbehere. To Jarvis in front. Saved by Markstrom. 3:24 left here in the third period. Markstrom with a save there to keep this one at bay. We'll go to commercial break. It's 2-1. Carolina with a little time to go. And that being said, I am going to the bathroom before we get started here once again. Ugh. All right, just checking this real quick. All right.
Pepperoni back at Papa John's with more pepperoni than over half a pound of cheese. Somebody orders me to staff up. I am here to work, people. Where's the garlic sauce? Is he always here? He's everywhere. We're making you the shakaroni for $12.99. That's right. I live here. You've always been ahead of the game. Excellence is your default, and Lexus knows that feeling is unmatched. Their standard isn't for the average. It's for those who set the bar and elevate it. So as you redefine what's possible, Lexus refines what you deserve. Because a car that doesn't make you feel something is a car that stops short of everything.
All right, I returned. Sorry about that. Just wanted to use the bathroom real quick before we got started here. Or before we keep going here. All right. Matthew Tkachuk taking warm-ups. Last played in the Four Nations, February 20th. Oh, my God. That feels weird. All right, well, that's up next, but we got 3:24 remaining here in this one before we can get started with that one. Some good hockey here tonight. Face-off coming here now. It's won by the Devils down low. Carolina trying to pick it up behind the net. Stankoven also racing for it too. In the Devils zone. Expect the Devils, when they get into the zone, to pull their goalie. A shot in front, blocked by Markstrom. Bratt up to Meyer. Meyer the other way into the zone. Gets control, will send it down low. Slavin will take it back then for the Canes and clear it all the way the other way. Into the zone now. Heischer loses control of the puck. Carolina backs it out. Here's Meyer back to Brad, who will clear it into the zone. Meyer in there all alone. It's picked up then by Slavin. Puck in the neutral zone. Misclicked and bet a three-legger starting with Devils by accident. I don't know. You might be a little cooked. Let's see, though. Dumoulin in the New Jersey end down low. Dump to the neutral zone. Markstrom looking towards the bench. We'll see if they do it. Chatfield here. Pulled the other way. Carolina trying to rush it. And Devils will clear it back into the Carolina zone. It seems like the Devils now, they can't get control in the zone. Here they get now. Heischer. Up to the point. A shot. Blocked in front. Carolina clears the other way. Is it good enough for an icing? No, it's not. Kovacevic to Nemec, who dumps it down low into the zone. Battling 40 on the right side is Mercer with Stahl. It breaks free. Picked up then by Marnook, who gets it out. 2-on-2 the other way. Marnook, he's got Stankoven. He can't pass it full the other way. Stankoven now with it to the point. Slavin a shot. And saved by Markstrom. He sure comes around and regroups. You got 1:20 left here. Hamilton will dump it into the zone. Markstrom's going to the bench. The Devils need this game-tying goal. Down low. Canes clear it. No, they don't. Brad a shot save. Rebound! Meyer fumbles the shot. Oh, my goodness. I thought that was it. Down low now. Nason thrown up to the point. Hamilton will battle for it. Canes will get it out. Final minute of play here in regulation. The Devils need a game-tying goal. Meyer up then for Hamilton. Battling on the right side. Cleared down into the corner. In front. Anderson makes the glove save. With 44 seconds left. Shots are 24-25 in favor of the Canes. Moving this here so I can see the time. 44 seconds left here in the third period. Devils have very little time here to tie this game up. Sorry, I was moving my my board here real quick. We're ready to go now. Lenovo Center is loud, as I think the Devils are going to call their timeout. Again, they desperately need this. They desperately need this win to keep this somewhat alive for them in this series. By the way, thank you everybody for tuning in here so far. I really do appreciate it. If you are new and just joining us here, please do consider subscribing. If not, we have 2 other broadcasts tonight between Panthers and Lightning and Vegas and Wild. And if you want to wait until then to subscribe, I would understand that. But I would love it if you would join this great community that we have here. Let's see what the Devils can do. Maybe they can tie this one up and force overtime. Little update in the Battle of Ontario. We're in the second period of that one. It's still 2-0 Maple Leafs. Very early into the second, like not even a minute in. All right, here we go. A very pivotal face-off coming up here for the Devils. This is a must-win face-off. It's Heischer, their #1 center, against Jordan Stahl. Face-off. Won by the Canes. Marnook picks it up. Will shoot. A pass up then. And it'll be tucked by Jarvis. Seth Jarvis with the empty net goal. And it's 3-1 Carolina. And this place is going absolutely nuts. And the Hurricanes will take a 2-0 series lead on the New Jersey Devils. Great face-off win there by the Canes. Marnook feeds it up to Jarvis, and immediately they go down the other way. And Jarvis puts the dagger in the net for the Devils here. And they will head to Newark with a 2-0 lead. 36.9 remaining here in this third period. Let's see what happens, maybe. We've seen crazier things happen, but I highly doubt it. This game is pretty much done. Markstrom back in his net. Battling here on the right side. Gostisbehere gets knocked down. A pass over. Here's Cotter. A shot, and it goes above the net. Can't score if you can't hit the net. You miss 100% of the shots that you miss. Per Wayne Gretzky. Kind of. Here's Svechnikov down the other way. He shoots it just wide of the net there. On the right side. 10 seconds left. Behind that is Svech. He'll throw it in front. And the Canes will go to New Jersey with a 2-0 series lead on the New Jersey Devils. Final score, 3-1 Carolina. In the first game of our tripleheader here tonight, 86% of the time, the teams who take a 2-0 series lead in a best-of-7 series win 86% of the time. Now, I must say, for the Devils fans who are in here, do not fret. It is not over yet. Because I must say this. Remember back in 2023, when you guys played the Rangers in the first round? You went down 2-0, went back, tied the series in New Jersey. So absolutely anything can happen here in this series. I know Carolina is not the Rangers, but anything is possible. And we'll see what goes down there. That being said, that's it for this stream. I'm going to get ready for the Battle of Florida here in less than 10 minutes. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you guys in about 5